Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs, and I welcome you guys to the start of the second generation, my personal favorite second generation, because it contains the best characters, the substitutes. And I'm very, very hyped for the substitutes. I know how good some of them are going to be, but I haven't played with them, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how hard it's going to be. Because, of course, the second generation, stat-wise, is a little bit harder than the first generation. You don't have Sigurd. I mean, at least in his basic format. And the enemies are generally a lot stronger, and you fight a lot more Holy Bloods. You fight a lot more Phrygias and shit like that. Fucking Ishtar, man. Fucking Ishtar. Ba 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 ba. Ra ba ra ba ba. So, here's a Rotoban with his axes. So yeah, let's take a look at the substitutes. First of all, let's take a look at the main character, Seliph. So Seliph is, of course, a dancer, just like his father. And I have passed down the Silver Sword, of course, as well as the Leg Ring and the Night Ring. So these items will make Seliph a very good dancer. He'll be really fast. I think he has a movement of 10. Yes, he does. So that's, I think, doesn't Sigurd have as a Night Lord, have a movement of 10 in the vanilla gameplay? Or does he have 9? At any rate, Seliph is really fucking fast. And that's great to see, because it's not going to be such a drag moving him along to capture castles now, hopefully. His growth rates aren't changed. He still has Major Boulder Blood and Minor Naga Blood, resulting in him having some of the best growth rates of the second generation. But there are some substitutes who are going to be a lot better than Seliph, let's just put it that way. So, first off, we have Radni. Radni is still a Myrmidon, but she now has Major Hazul Holy Blood, which means that she can get the Mistletoe. And you can sell and buy legendaries freely in the second generation, so... and the first generation, in this PME edits in general. So, I know there will be some characters with the Mistletoe down the line, so we can give her the Mistletoe, and she'll be really fucking good. Of course, Radni, first female hero in the game. Her official concept art is gorgeous, by the way. I think Radni is one of the most attractive female sword ladies in Fire Emblem. Just look at this picture right here. She is just... I fucking love her design. Absolutely fucking love her design. Her hair is amazing, and her waistline is... So yeah, of course, I forgot to mention the fact that all of her growth rates have been increased by 30%, resulting in her having insane growth, as you can see, combined with her Major Hazul Holy Blood, which greatly buffs her strength. She has some ridiculously high growth rates, as you can see, 100% strength. Absolutely fucking ludicrous. All of her growth rates are above 50% except for her magic, which is still very high for a Myrmidon. And then we have her brother, Rotoban. Now, Rotoban is probably going to be one of the weaker substitutes. His only real change is that he's now a pirate, which means he can steal and give money, which is nice to have. And he also comes with the life skill. Now, the problem with Rotoban is that there's no modifications to his growths, and he doesn't have any Holy Blood. And since the pirate class is not meant to be played, it has very, very low base stats, because it's an enemy-only class. And he retains his old growth rates, which are not the best, as you can see right here. I mean, to be quite honest, I don't see how Rotoban can become useful at all, unless maybe if you give him a hero axe, he can take down some enemies. The problem is, right now, he's actually going to get doubled by a lot of the enemies you go up against, because remember, Rotoban is a substitute, and the enemies are 40% stronger. So yeah, it's going to be hard using him, but I'm going to try to use him as much as I can to steal gold from the enemy. He also has a pitifully low skill of 3, although his skill growth is his highest growth, aside from hit points, so that is nice. Alright, then we have perhaps one of the substitutes I'm most excited for. It's Mana. She's a fire mage, and she comes with a Wall Flame because she has a Major Fava and Bloggy Holy Blood. Oh my fucking god, look at those base stats. She's a level 1 fire mage. She does 58 damage at base. Now, the Wall Flame, of course, have been nerfed slightly. It no longer gives a plus 10 bonus to defense and resistance, but it's still really fucking good. She's very squishy, and the Wall Flame is very heavy, so she has an effective speed of -3, so -3. So she gotta be really careful going up against pirates, but she can probably one-shot most of the enemies in the first map. We gotta give her an L-Fire Tome or something, though, because the Wall Flame is ridiculously expensive, so we can't just keep using that. But yeah, she doesn't have any skills to speak of, but she promotes to a Mage Knight, which means that when she promotes, she'll be able to use staves. I think Mage Knights can use staves, can't they? I'm not sure if they can, but if they can, she'll get an S rank because she has Major Blogger Blood, so that's kind of cool. Alright, so it is time to take on some guys. Now, what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna do something. I'm actually gonna go with Seliph and I'm gonna enter. And I'm gonna do the same thing with Radney. And I'm gonna do the same thing with Rotoban. And I'm gonna... Mana I can keep outside. I don't think there's any particular use in keeping her... In moving inside with her just yet. You'll understand why I do this. Trust me. Now, the Isaacian enemy phase theme is amazing. Ba ba da 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 na ma 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 na 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 na. And the favorite part right here. No! Just before my favorite part. I didn't play. So you may be wondering, Mangs, why are you doing this? Well, I will show you why I'm doing this. First, I'm gonna give some gold to Radney. And then I am going to be selling my silver sword with Seliph. Like so. Now, before I do that, actually, before I sell my silver sword with Seliph, I'm gonna buy the one from the... I'm gonna buy a sword from the armory. But first I gotta sell my iron blade. Now there's a silver sword in the armory, and it's passed down from one of the characters in the first generation. I don't know who, but it has a lot of kills in it. So that's the one I'll be buying. Now I don't think I'll get to 50 kills, but you know, I might as well buy the one with the highest amount of kills on it. So that means that I now have a silver sword to use, which is nice. And of course, I'm also going to sell Seliph silver sword. I'm going to keep his iron sword on him, but truth be told, I'm not going to be fighting on Seliph. I'm going to be dancing, so there's no point in him having the silver sword, except if he's like occasionally attacked or something. So I am going to be attacking this guy now. I'm going to do 16 damage times 2, which should be enough for Rotoban to come in and pick up the kill. Now, I don't have a healer, which really sucks. That is, like, one of the biggest problems. Now, you can also actually dance inside the castle, which is really cool. Now, if you dance inside the castle, you actually dance for everyone inside the castle. But there are very few actions you can take in the castle that actually consumes your turn. Healing and, like, using special abilities is usually what does it, so... now, before I do this, I gotta make sure this guy is not... Ooh. You see, the problem with these people is that they one-shot me. That's like the big issue. I can't... I wish I could kill this guy with Rotoban, but I can't. So I'm actually gonna have to be really careful here. It really sucks, but I'm actually gonna have to back off. Because if I move Rotoban over here to kill this guy, he's gonna get killed. Because these guys double him. Because they have an effective speed of 1. Whereas he has an effective speed of -3. So, anyway, it's time... I guess it's a little bit of a waste, but here we go. So, Mana does 58 damage with the ball flame, which is absolutely fucking overkill. Mana's easily gonna be one of the best characters of the second generation. She has a 100 and... what is it? What's her growth rate? 110... yeah, 110% growth rate in Magic. Which is pretty fucking ridiculous. Alright, so let's see. We'll move Rotoban. Now Rotoban actually has a conversation with his sister that gives her +1 luck, so we might want to do that. So hopefully, like I'm gonna pray he misses now, because there we go. I actually have no healing for quite some time. Now we'll get Yuria once we capture the first castle, and once we do that, we actually will get a men's staff from a conversation, but healing staves are going to be very limited, and as you can see, the second generation is actually proving to be really fucking difficult already, because I have so little to fight these guys with, although it's about to get better. So we just got joined by 3 new characters. I'm gonna take a look at them right now. Here is Oifi. Now Oifi is unchanged, except aside from one thing. He now has the base stats and growth rates of Seth from Fire Emblem 8, which means that he starts out as level 1 paladin, which is really good. And his growth rates, I dare say, are higher than his usual. So Oifi is gonna be a really, really good character, and I'm very glad we have him, because we badly need a paladin to get us through the first map here. Of course, he still has his minor Baldy Blood, which increases his growth rates a little bit, but he has the base growth rates of Seth at the very least. And he comes with an Armor Slayer and a Javelin. And the reason why I sold the Silver Sword was because I plan on giving Oifi the Silver Sword instead, because he can make much better use of it. The Armor Slayer is pretty crap. It only has 9 mites. Which means that it doubles your damage versus Armor Knights, of course, which is nice, but it's still pretty crap. Then we have Dimna. Dimna is pretty fucking good. Dimna has all of his growth rates tripled, which means that they're really fucking high. And he also comes with a Brave Bow, which already has 22 kills, as well as Pursuit, Adept, and Accost. So he is the good old machine gun archer. He's just like Jamka in a sense, I do believe. Yeah, he is actually a better version of Jamka, I'd say, because he has much higher growth rates than Jamka. 150% skill growth, lol. Not to mention, he has a 120% defense growth. Dimna was always really tanky in the vanilla version. And of course, he has his Secret Avoint, which gives him, what, +5 strength, I think, if you visit the castle down in the southeastern corner. So yeah, Dimna's gonna be insane. Absolutely an amazing unit from the get-go. Then we have Tristan. Tristan's a weird one. He's a princess now, and all of his base stats, including his hit points, is 15. Aside from that, I do believe his growth rates are unchanged, so he still has his vanilla growth rates and no Holy Blood. And he has Wrath, Pursuit, Charm, and Critical. Now, Charm is good. Always good to have Charm users on your team. It's gonna be very nice. And he will promote to a Master Knight. So, even though his growth rates are pretty shit, his base stats are very good. So I foresee great things for Tristan. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how he's going to perform once he promotes, which might take some time. But hey, he can heal, which is always nice. Although we don't have any heal staves, which sucks. Alright, so let us see if we can... now, we've got to be careful here, because we don't want to get doubled by this fucker. But I'm pretty sure Rotoban can kill this guy's... Yeah, 88% chance to hit. I mean, I could have moved in Tristan. I should have moved in Tristan, but it's fine. I gotta try to steal as much money with Rotoban as possible, because there is a silver axe inside the castle that I would love him to get. So yeah, as you can see right here, this guy does 24 damage, but we have 15 defense, which means that we will take 11 damage right here. 14 times 2. It's not bad. I'm guessing we can shoot him down with Dimna though. That will probably work. Because the Brave Axe, or sorry, the Brave Bow is ridiculously strong. But we'll need all the help we can get once the main army arrives, and it's quite scary. Oh yeah, alright, we have a conversation right here, because they are siblings. Ba-doom. And you should do all the conversations that you can get your hands on in the second generation are really important. Because, of course, they give stat boosts, which you really, really want. So, there we go. I don't think there's anything for Tristan to buy, because he has B rank in... Wait a minute. Is the Silver Sword A rank? I think so. Yeah, all silver swords are, or all silver weapons are A rank, sadly. I'm gonna dance for Oifi again. I'm gonna pick up a silver sword and then I'm gonna move out. I might be saying, Magnus, get Selhif out of the castle. I will. Just gotta do a couple things first. I'm gonna get this. Actually, I'm tempted to buy the silver axe, but the silver sword I do believe is just strictly better. So it's not really like he needs it. But I'm gonna keep the Armor Slayer though, although I might give the Armor Slayer over to Radney, because she might be able to make better use of it. Maybe I should just sell it. It's worth 5,000, isn't it? Yeah, so it's not very likely that I can afford that just yet. So yeah, I'm gonna trick this guy into attacking Radney. I'm gonna position Mana right here. What other conversations do we have left? Rotoban with Radney and Oifi with Selhif. So we'll get Selhif out here soon enough. Oh shit. I'm pretty sure Rotoban does not get killed by this guy. Yeah, he even doubles, which is great. That's another 2,000 gold stolen. So he can actually afford the silver axe now, I think. If he steals a little bit more money, then he should be fine. Okay, good. So yeah, as I said, I don't have any healing. So until we reach the castle, every damage that we take is going to be permanent unless we go back to the castle to heal up. Which I might do if things get really nasty, but I hope... I'm gonna try my best to not let that happen. Now, this is actually really nasty right here. I think I'm gonna have to pull back, because there's a few too many enemies around here. Now, luckily, Rotoban heals himself, which is nice. So what I think I'm gonna do right now is, yeah, I'm definitely gonna pull back. I'm gonna use Dimna to kill this guy. I'm inside Tristan's leadership range, which is nice. And then I'm gonna back off, because I want those guys to come a little bit closer. So once Dimna gets his secret event, which gives him a bonus to his strength, he's gonna hit like an absolute truck. Which is gonna be very nice to see. I guess I could lure that armor knight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should be a little bit careful though. If I do this... Yeah, that works actually. Because then he'll attack me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. No, wait, that won't work. He actually will not be able to attack me. But you know what? That's fine. So I'm going to initiate that conversation with Radney and Rotoban. Oh, right, it's Rotoban who has to initiate. Okay. Okay. One thing I really hate about Fire Emblem 4 is the roads, because they're so hard to plan around for. It's difficult to calculate in your head how much extra movement these people are going to get from the roads, which is annoying. I don't remember if you get anything out of this conversation, but I'm going to initiate it anyway. No, you don't actually get anything. But what I can do is I can place this guy, I can place Dimna inside of this Armor Knight's bow range. And then I'll take him out on enemy phase, which means one less enemy for me to... And yeah, you can see another squad is instantly going to start moving over here. The enemy density is a little bit too high for me right now. Although I have guys like Mana who can take out one of them in one hit. Now, I think Dimna might... No. Unless he procs charge. Which he did not do. But that's a kill for Rotoban, though. That's a good kill for Rotoban. Okay, so if I can take out all of these guys on this turn, then I should be good. But there's another archer back there that I'm not really fond of. So you see how careful I have to be here. Alright, so this guy has 7 health. Can I kill him? I'll do 9 damage to him. Yeah, this should be a kill. And some extra cash for Rotoban. Now, Rotoban's also going to be really important because he can give cash to other people, which is normally something you aren't able to do at this point. Alright, so what if we can... We should be able to kill one of these guys with Oifi. He'll do 46 damage. Which should be enough to kill him, especially considering Oifi will double him. Now, Oifi does have the crit skill, so he can crit normally. But the Armor Slayer, of course, guarantees him a crit, which is quite nice. Alright, so what if I then use... I should probably bring in Tristan as well, but Tristan's hit points are so incredibly low. But if I bring him over here, then he will give Charisma to everyone involved, so that's nice. He can't kill the guy, but maybe Radney can finish him off. Yeah, what if we bring Radney in here, and she weakens him enough so that Tristan can kill him? That would be nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that will work. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so Radney took a hit right here, which means that we're not getting that healed up unless we go back to the castle. Which kinda sucks. Alright, so I'm gonna move you over here. I wish there was a way I could dance for all 4 of you guys, but sadly that is not gonna be possible. But I can kill this guy with mana at the very least. At least it's not gonna be hard to give mana kills. One of the coolest animations in Fire Emblem 4 without a question of a doubt. Alright, time to get magic. She's gonna get insane level ups. Hit points, speed, magic, luck, and resistance. Oh, she's gonna be so good. She's gonna cap magic way before she promotes. It's gonna be great. Alright, what if we move you over here? So that's gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be a kill. 14 damage. But yeah, look at that. 15 hit points. That's just not good in Fire Emblem 4. That is just not good in Fire Emblem 4 at all. Alright, so if we do this, then Dimna might be able to kill this guy. And when I dance for all 3 of those guys, I'm probably gonna send Oifi to kill the Armor Knight. So we know for sure he's gonna get 1 point of skill. He might get 2 points of skill, and he will always get 1 point of defense. Skill, strength, luck, 2 points of defense. Nice. Very nice. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the dancing animations for Seliph now. Okay. And thanks to the Night Ring, I can move after dancing. So this is kind of cool. Rotoban can actually kill this guy, but I will die probably to, yeah, 30 damage steel axe hit. Rotoban has 24 health. Actually, no, he'll be fine. He'll be left with 2 hit points left. I just gotta make sure I won't get doubled. No, I will definitely not get doubled. That's good. That means we can steal his money. We can steal his money with Rotoban. And then we can kill him with Oifi. Yeah, probably a good idea. Now, here's the question. Can we actually kill him with Rotoban? Will this actually kill the guy? Well, we don't know about that because, of course, Dimna can proc a million hits if he so desire. The charge skill can actually deliver up to 20 attacks, but the chances of this happening are so minuscule that it might as well not be a chance to happen. Skill, strength, speed. Oh my fucking god! Okay, guys. For Rotoban, that is an insane level up. He has not changed his growth rates any. That was just an insanely lucky level up. Oh my god. I really do not want to restart right now. Alright, I'm gonna give the kill to Dimna because, of course, he needs the experience more than Oifi. Alright, this works. Whew. Okay, so Oifi actually took damage. Maybe we should get him back to heal. I think I'm gonna use the castle to heal up Oifi, actually. Now, if I remember correctly, I think everyone who visits the castle will get healed. Not just the one defending. It costs gold though, but it costs about as much as the church, except that it doesn't heal you to full health. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't miscalculate this. Nope, I did not. Yeah, Rotoban has actually gotten an insane amount of gold already, which I'm very happy to see. Now, what sucks, of course, is that we can never really promote Rotoban, because then he loses the steel skill, which sucks. Well, at least he self-heals! He can't take that away from us. Now, will this guy kill Tristan? Yes, he will. Exactly, because Tristan has 15 health. Oh, right, Oifi's broke. Wonderful, so he can't heal himself anymore. That is just lovely. That is just lovely. Radney Radney needs healing. How the fuck are we gonna deal with this death squad that's looming ahead right now? I have no fucking idea. No fucking idea at all. Dimna needs healing. Everyone needs healing. I think I'm just gonna have to let them come for us. At least this will allow me to test out my strategy. Or test out my theory that everyone gets healing in the castle. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just wait for those guys to come to me, because if my guys aren't at full health, how the fuck am I supposed to defend against these guys? It's just not gonna happen. Bum, 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 bum. Well, Rotoban will... So I'm just gonna check, because I'm pretty sure everyone who visits the castle gets healing. 14 health. Let's see if my hypothesis turns out to be true. Now, at some point, this guy is gonna start moving towards the villages, and I don't think the village gives you anything. But it's sort of like, it's just to get you to move forward, I think. I don't remember exactly what causes him to move, but... Woo! You know what? It is actually ridiculously awesome, that Rotoban. Now, of course, Radney's broke, so she ain't getting any healing either. But let's check out Tristan. He had 14 health. Yeah, everyone gets healing if they visit the castle. As if they're standing on a fort. But it does cost money, so you gotta be a little bit careful about it. Now the question is, do we give some cash away so that Oifi can heal himself up? Because, I don't know, I feel like I kinda need everyone to be at full health for this. I don't know. Maybe I should just give Radney some cash, but I feel like Rotoban needs it more. Because I actually kind of want to buy a silver axe with Rotoban. Yeah, I'm actually going to buy a silver axe with Rotoban. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the remaining money to Radney so she can heal herself up. Anyway, I'm going to make a cut here while I'm waiting for those guys to come to me. Alright, so here we are. Fun little fact, by the way. If you retreat everyone into Tirnanog, the enemies actually stop moving because they perceive you as not being on the map. Kind of funny, right? So, I was going to buy the silver axe with Rotoban, but then I realized he only has a B rank in axes, so he can't use it, sadly. I think the hero axe is B ranked, though, so I still think you can use that at base, but I'm not sure. We shall see. So, Radney healed up a little bit, which is nice. She certainly needs that. And that's a nice little kill for Rotoban to pick up. But yeah, this is already going to be pretty net. Why on earth did those guys not move? Yeah, the village is already burning here. Not a lot I can do about that. I'm not going to reach it in time. This is a hard battle. Alright, so now I definitely want to think about how I'm going to position myself for dancing. So, Rotoban, not going to be very likely one of the guys I'm going to dance for. So I'm just going to kill this guy with him. Get some more cash. But Mana, definitely one of the few that I would like to dance for. Mana and Oifi, preferably. So I'm gonna be moving Mana in here. So I'm thinking if I position Celise, if I move Mana in right here and I kill this guy, I'm actually not sure how I'm going to do this. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to dance for 4 guys or not. We'll see. Maybe I won't need to. Ba, 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 ba. And then I can move Dimna. No, this is already kind of falling apart. Yeah, this isn't fantastic. I was thinking about doing this, but I mean, I might as well make the best out of it now. I mean, I know Oifi can take up that archer armor knight. The problem is that there's a guy behind him and Oifi is very low and there's no way for me to heal him up right now, so... Ba, 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 ba. Skill, strength, luck, and 2 points of defense. And 2 points of skill, too. Alright, so Radney... okay, so let's see. Oifi has 11 health right now. This guy does 30 damage, but his hit rate against Oifi is going to be very low, 96. I'm wondering if it may be feasible for me now. I'm gonna have to dance for Oify in some regard. 39% chance to hit. I mean, it's, if I can get Tristan in, then that would help. But Tristan can't really do shit right now. 24. Okay, so this guy will be low enough so that Tristan can come in and snipe the kill. Radney just took some more damage. I'm probably gonna have to send her back to the castle to get healed now. Alright, and then Tristan... Can Tristan kill this guy? Yes, he can. Lovely. Hua! I just want that charisma bonus. But still, yeah, it's not safe to go up against this guy. I'm gonna have to throw a javelin at him, I'm afraid. But honestly, I might not need to dance for everyone. I can dance for Oify. But if I place him here and then move Celiphin like so... And I can then place Celiph right here. And then Oify still has his leadership aura within range, and this should be a kill, because Oify should double this guy, and he's gonna crit twice, so... Now, I'm actually contemplating giving 2,000 cash over to Oify so he can run into the castle and get some healing. Because I might need it! Now, the question is, are we gonna kill this guy with Dimna, or are we gonna kill this guy with mana? I think we're gonna kill this guy with Dimna. And then, it would actually be tempting... No, it's not going to be possible for me to place him inside range or in range of that archer. It's kind of what I wanted to do, but you know what? It doesn't matter. So Dimna might or might not be able to kill this guy in one run. Now, he will definitely be able to kill this guy in one run. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm not going to take any unnecessary hits with mana here. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to place her right here. Alright, come at me, bros. Ba 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 ba. Okay, we survived the first assault. Holy fucking shit. My god, I think the second generation is going to be very tough, guys. It's going to be very hard. Even with the substitutes, it's going to be ridiculous. Alright, let's see. We got two guys to kill now. Let's see if we can do it. So, Radney has sadly taken too much damage, and I can't really... I'm just gonna throw a javelin at this guy. And maybe hope that I can kill him with Rotoban. Are you kidding me? Oify doubles with... Oh, nice! Okay, that's perfect. Oh my god, that is... Thanks. Broify, right here. Knows how to leave guys low and vulnerable, so Rotoban can come in and scoop up the kill. You know, maybe I can make Rotoban work if I just feed him a lot of kills. Maybe. We'll see. Depends on his level ups. He's gotten one really good one. Let's see if he gets another one. Skill, strength, luck. Yeah, it's definitely getting there. I mean, as long as he can steal money, which ironically requires him to hit, and he has access, which is the weakest shit in the game in terms of hit rates, but hey, you know. Alright, bring him down, Radney. Now let's see if we can get him low enough for Tristan to... If not, you know what? No. You know what? No. No. Another kill for Rotoban. And then I think the time has come to make a cut and continue in the next part, which allows me to move all the way over to the other castle off screen. Oh, wow. Good job, Rotoban. You can't double armor knights. Of course you can't. And to think that in this Pick My Edits, axes have -5 weight to them, and they're still heavy as absolute fuck. But hey, it's a kill for Tristan. Maybe he can get some hit points. That'd be nice. Tristan's hit actually has a 130% hit point growth, so his hit points will come along eventually. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this first part. Wow, the second generation is turning out to be a lot harder than I thought. I don't even know how I'm supposed to kill this. Oh my... Well, this guy survives the fucking Vala Flame hit. Yikes. Alright, well, consider giving it a like and a comment, I guess. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.